Hello and welcome to the Dad of All Trades podcast. I'm your host, Isaac. It's been a long time since the last recording. I didn't mean for it to take so long. Just, every time I think about doing a podcast, I just talk myself out of it or find some excuse or whatever and just never got around to it. So, I think I decided that instead of doing sort of longer recordings, I'm going to do shorter ones and see how that goes. Maybe that'll kind of get me to do more of these. I'm also trying something different. I have a new Android tablet, a little Samsung tablet that I use for schoolwork, so I don't have to lug around my 1,000-pound, Dell Precision that I use for work. That thing is crazy heavy. I don't know how or why they make it with such a thick aluminum body. I mean, it's like, that thing's like probably 2 or 3 ThinkPad weight. If you stack 3 ThinkPads on top of each other and they're carried around like a book, that's what one of those things is like in my Dell Precision. But it does have a crazy graphics card and an Intel Xeon, which is pretty substantial in a laptop form factor. So I'm trying something different with the recording using my Blue Yeti Nano microphone that my lovely wife got me and plugged into the tablet, using the Dolby software to record, which I don't know why I wasn't doing that before. It's actually quite nice. The interface of the software is not bad. It's very simple, super simple. So what I wanted to talk about in this episode is motivation, because I was struggling for a long time to kind of get back into exercising, and I'm 33 now, almost 34, and there's something happens when you hit 30. Your body just kind of starts falling apart. You start getting back pains, neck pains, knee pains. I never had really any knee pain other than actually bumping or hitting my knee or like damage to the knee, but I've never just had my knee just pop or do weird stuff until recently. So it's just like some things that come up, as you get older. And one thing I've realized is when you exercise a lot and then you stop and then you start again, then you stop, your body, at least for me, your body kind of, I don't know, for lack of a better way to explain it, your body gets confused on what inputs it's taking in, and it's like it doesn't really know what it's being used for. I guess because in all the history of the human race, only in the last, few, maybe 3 or 4 generations have people had it super easy to the point where you can get your food anywhere. You don't have to fight for it. Before it was like, if there were no gyms. You worked on your family's farm, and that was like every day until you took the farm, and now you're doing the work too. Like it's, now it's just like we're soft these days. We're coddled. So as I'm trying to take care of these ailments, I'm realizing that as I can't just come back and exercise like I used to. I got to come back in it slow. And then sometimes you start exercising to kind of get some stress out, and you end up doing too much and you hurt yourself. And it's just something that you have to deal with, I guess, as you get older. But as far as motivation goes, as you get older, there's also a lot of things that you find it easier to talk yourself out of things. Like, oh, I don't need to work out today. It's a Tuesday, and I can, the kids are probably going to give a hard time tonight. I don't want to be sore. Oh, I need to cut the grass tomorrow, and I don't want my legs to be super sore, so I'm not going to work out today. Like, all these excuses, they tend to drag you down. So I've been traveling a lot lately for work, unfortunately, so Right now, I'm actually recording in a hotel in Spartanburg, South Carolina. But I'm yeah. So I've been trying to exercise even while traveling. I never used to really do that until recently because I'm just trying to stop making excuses and just do it. And those of you that know what it's like to be, married, uh, sometimes or at least for me, sometimes one of my excuses is, well, my wife doesn't get to work out because she's always taking care of the kids 24/7. She doesn't get as many opportunities as I do to work out, so maybe I shouldn't work out because I would feel bad if she doesn't work out. It's kind of like, it might sound silly to somebody who's single, but that's a real thing that you experience when you're married, and it goes both ways. You know, my wife sometimes she does that too, or she doesn't want to do something if I don't get a chance to do it. So, but I feel like for guys we do it more because we feel for our wives who they're with the kids more. They're mothering. They're doing the mothering thing, and so we feel kind of guilty we feel bad for them. Not that their lives are bad, but just that we feel guilty, I guess. Just that guilt. That's something that I struggle with a lot is feeling guilt. And I think that has a lot to do with, childhood things. And everybody has childhood things that we have to work through. Everybody. I don't care who you are. Even the most coddled individuals who had everything growing up, end up committing suicide. So it's not, life is a balance. Life is I don't know, it's a formula. It's a formula that doesn't have a correct answer, is the best way I can describe it. I don't know if that makes any sense. But yeah, so trying to at least exercise twice a week, just for now, until I start feeling stronger. Today I think I got up to, I want to say I got up to 195 on the deadlift, and a year ago I got back to 225, but that was just one time. So I'm trying to build my deadlift back up, trying to do it with the correct form, trying to get my bench back up. Today I think I did 185 on flat bench, and then a couple 90-pound dumbbell press. I used to dumbbell press 120s. So I used to, when I first started getting back to training, I kind of felt weak, and I felt bad about myself for being so weak. But then I realized, like, well, this is what it is. Like, it takes time, but the muscle memory does kick in, and your nervous system, you can feel the nervous system getting shocked into action. And then I feel like you do bounce back quicker, because I've never in my whole life consistently trained for more than, I would say, a few weeks at a time. I've always had breaks in training, whereas some people, they're super disciplined and they work out every day. But no, I was not like that. I would always go in phases. And that was probably because I had a lot of responsibilities. I mean, I've been working since I was like 15, and very rarely had only one job. I always had at least two, and did some stuff and sold things on the side, or was a personal trainer for a while. I was working at a gym, and then I did it independently, and I would have probably continued doing personal training if I found more money in it. But I was always conflicted. I had too many interests and not enough, jack of all trades, master of none, I guess you could call it. Even till now, I still have that problem. Some people would say, oh, it's a gift, but I don't know. Everything comes with caveats, right? So if you know a lot of things about if you know a lot of different things, you're knowledgeable about a lot of different things, you don't get as many opportunities to sort of, specialize and then move up within an organization. I always find myself trying to specialize and then it never quite works out. So that's just how it goes, I guess. Man, I intended this to be like 10 minutes and now it's already going over 10 minutes. But that's okay. With motivation, I think that as you get older, you just got to do it. I mean, I guess for me it's akin to it's the feeling of pulling something off the floor that's really heavy, and as you're pulling it off the floor, once you get your knees past 90 degrees and you're almost 50% there, it just gets easier and easier, similar to a deadlift. And that's how I feel it is to exercise. Most of the time it feels good. You're never going to feel bad that you worked out, even if you're exhausted and you're literally, your body is tired, you haven't slept, traveling, whatever it is. Even just the act of just getting up and doing it, that feeling alone is worth it. Like just the feeling that you did, even if you just did 10 minutes of rowing or 10 minutes of, jumping jacks, whatever. It's something. So that's my spiel about motivation. Just get out there and do it. And if you're like me, you're in your 30s, maybe you have a young family and you have a lot of responsibilities and you're working and you're going to school. Maybe you're doing both like I am. And sometimes you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Really, we have it easy. I mean, if you live in the US and you're able to do all those things, you've got it easy. I mean, we really don't have the right to complain, honestly. And just try to remember that we're all blessed to be alive, and we're all just trying to succeed. And we should feel good that we have the ability to do so. So that's all I got this time for this episode. Thanks for listening. If there's anybody even listening, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. It's in the podcast page. Thank you, everybody. Take care.